What's up, everybody? It's your boy DC coming to you from that grind house. Welcome into Hater Nation. What we're going to talk about today is how to beat any opponent. And I mean any opponent. It does not matter if you line up against Problem. It doesn't matter if you line up against a professional. It don't matter if you line up against a dope YouTuber. It does not matter. I'm going to tell you how to beat every single opponent in the game. What the problem is, and the disconnect is, a lot of people talk about schemes. Well, schemes are nice, but you don't really want to just say, hey, let me run this scheme that I've seen on YouTube, because that scheme comes with a certain type of personnel. If somebody on YouTube is telling you about a scheme, but he has not told you about the personnel, he's not doing you justice. He's like, oh, well, this is going to work. Well, it may work for the team that you're running with because you have the requisite wide receivers, but if I'm playing with the Buffalo Bills and I don't have the wide receivers, the scheme's not going to work. It is the biggest reason why I struggled early on when I first started playing, because I didn't understand that, and I kind of want to talk about that for the guys out there. Okay, so having a scheme is good, but understanding your personnel is going to be a lot better, and it's going to take your game from mediocre to really, really good. You want to know what you have and getting the guys in the right position, because you don't want to say, hey, you know, I have to rely on playing with the Kansas City Chiefs. Anybody can play with the Kansas City Chiefs and be good, but can you play with the Buffalo Bills and still be as good as you were with the Kansas City Chiefs, because you understand how the game plays? It's very, very important. So we're going to talk about the offensive side of the ball. I wanted to get this video out here, and we're going to talk about the different types of defenses. There are 12 different types of defenses that opponent could call in order to disrupt what you're trying to do on offense. So we're going to talk about it in sets, and I'm going to go through 3 different videos. We're going to talk about each different types of defenses and how to beat them. We're going to talk about the first type. So the first type is man-to-man situations where they are either manned up or they're zone and they're going to match. And those defenses are cover 0, cover 1 man, cover 2 man, cover 3 match, and cover 4 match. Okay, those are going to turn into man-to-man. Now, I know you never heard of cover 4 match, but cover 4 quarters and cover 4 lock palm is kind of like a cover 4 match, because they're going to match in man-to-man situations. They're just going to man up with the receiver that they're kind of lined up with. So that's going to be another man-to-man situation. And what beats man-to-man is going to be the route itself and the speed of your receiver. Those are going to be the 2 things that are going to beat man-to-man. Okay, if you have a good route runner, he's going to beat man-to-man. If you have good speed, he's going to beat man-to-man, because that's kind of how the game is set up. All right, then we're going to roll into coverage blitzes. So you have cover 1 blitz, cover 2 blitz, cover 3 blitz. So those are going to be the 3 type of blitzes that people are going to run to beat you, and those are kind of a mixture between the 2. And we're going to talk about zone play and how do you beat zone. So the zones out there are cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, and cover 6. Right? Those aren't going to have match principles in them. They're going to sit in their zones, and they're going to play their area instead of trying to play a person on the field. So how do you beat zones is you have to use the concepts. One of the concepts that works really well, and you'll see people run it all the time, is the flood concept. It's a really good concept to run. All right. Now, zone blitzing is kind of going to be a mixture of the 2, depending on what blitz, the zone blitz that they're running. It's going to be concept and route running, so you kind of want to have both. All right. So we're going to first talk about the man-to-man situations and the match plays, and I'm going to show you the difference here. This is going to be probably the longest video we're going to have, but I just kind of want to show you what the differences are. So we're going to run the double Y flex, and I'm going to run the comeback, but we're going to move receivers. So I'm going to put Zay Jones here, and I'm going to leave Cole Beasley there, and we're going to run the slot seams with the comeback route. Now, the comeback route works really, really well because it's a comeback, especially in man-to-man situations. Any of the comebacks run well, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. So we're going to run a cover 3 match, and I just want you to pay attention to how the best corner, even though he has his X factor, that's not going to matter. I'm going to show you how well he's going to play this route versus a route runner and a guy with speed. Zay Jones only has 90 speed, but he doesn't have great route running. So we're going to go ahead and look at this. And we threw an inaccurate pass, but it wasn't about the inaccurate pass. I just wanted you to see how close he played him in order to get the ball off. I didn't wait for him to hit his comeback, but just watch how close he played him. As you can see, he plays him really, really tight. As soon as he turns around, which means that a user could come up and pick it. Okay, now Josh Allen threw a bad ball, but this is what I'm used to. All right, now we're gonna switch up the receiver here, and I want you to see the route runner. And we're gonna put Cole Beasley in that slot, or in that outside receiver number 2. We're gonna run cover 3 match again. Now watch the difference. Even with the X factor on.
Stop it. Get some help.
Once again, I threw a bad pass. We'll run it one more time. All right, so I wanted you to see what the separation got when you throw a good pass. Josh Allen be throwing bad passes, and I'm throwing it before the break. So look at the separation. Even with the X factor on, Cole Beasley has great route running. He hits it. He gets good separation. He can catch the ball for a nice possession catch up the field for about 12 or 13 yards. Good separation because he's a route runner. You've seen the difference. Zay Jones, he didn't get any separation. Now, you may not have a good route runner, but do you have a guy with speed? That's going to be important as well. So we're going to run the same exact play, but we're going to put Foster in there. Foster has 93 speed. He's really, really fast. We're looking to get the separation. Cover 3 match. Same setup. And as you can see, because he's faster, he can get that separation. Now, you have to pay attention on comeback routes. You can't throw it too early. I almost threw it early again because I was about to get sacked. But if you look at it, he's going to run up. He's going to hit it. He's going to get the separation. Now, he didn't have as much separation, but about 5 yards. Cole Beasley had about 6. But because he's faster, he'll get that separation. He can catch a nice catch on the edge. Okay? That's what's important. The route and speed. Okay, route running and speed are going to be very, very important in your personnel when you're running these plays. So if I'm running against a cover 3 match or a man-to-man situation here, and I want to run any of these plays, what I'm going to do is I will put Cole Beasley in this slot. Now, if you did not know as well, the post route, the outside post route, and cover 3 match and cover 4 match, the outside post route will get wide open. So we'll look at it right there. That's a wide receiver corner where Beasley is on the outside. We'll run it against cover 3 match. As you can see, Beasley's on the outside. So I'm just going to send a streak to Brown, and he's going to be running that outside post in these match situations. He's going to be able to get a nice pass off. Now, a user may click on, but it's not going to work very well. In the click on, it's going to be out of reach because he's not really there. Okay. Very, very easy to run. As you can see, that post route gets wide open. Nice little outside. He catches it for a possession. The guy's not even going to be able to get it because he's kind of turned around. He's not in position, and they won't force the animation on a guy that's not really in position when he's doing that. Okay, the only one that can kind of do it will be the deep blue, but because you sent the streak in the outside corner, the deep blue is going to go to the outside. Now he caught that one, but that was because he jammed him, which a little irritating that he can jam him like that. And this is kind of what happened. If I see it, I wouldn't throw it, but he jammed him. Now he's not really open. He didn't really get a chance to run his route properly. Okay, so if you see him jam like that, it's not going to be open. And then, of course, we have an inaccurate pass by Josh Allen.
Somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
But if you see that he's not going to really be open, we're right there. He is open. Now, he happened to get a hit stick, but the guy was open. It is all Madden. Sometimes you'll see crap like that, but it is what it is. So that post route coming from the slot receiver in a match situation is going to get open more times than not. Now, the animation is kind of crappy because my man is already going down, but he hits him in the middle and he can jar the ball loose. But whatever. The guy is open. Those are going to work in match situations. What's also going to work, and won't work in match situations, but will work in man-to-man, because that's kind of what we're talking about. And this is the difference in them, is these hitch routes. Now, if somebody's running a man blitz, I'll run this hitches. This hitches is incredibly good for the man-to-man blitzes. All right, I got my man-to-man blitzing out here. All I have to do is throw to either Y or right bumper for Cole Beasley or Singletary. They're going to be wide open here. He just threw an inaccurate pass. That blitz came in kind of fast, but once again, we'll run it. As you can see, nice, easy pass play because they have to back up in the hitch. Now, if I need a first down, I'll send Cole Beasley on a smarted hitch. Get it off. Nice little first down for the pass play. So what is going to be the most important is just knowing what your opponent is doing and knowing how to beat it. Okay, so if he's running cover 3 match or cover 4 match, or if he's running cover 1, 0 coverage blitzes, or cover 2 man under, you know what routes are going to beat it. And it's very, very important. You know what personnel you have to get in there now. You have to get route runners and guys with speed. Comeback routes are going to be really good. Slants are going to be really good with speed. And we're going to talk about that here. What is really good. So comeback routes, any kind of comeback route is going to be really good against man-to-man situations. It's going to be really good against match situations as well, whether comebacks on the outside. So whether they're regular comebacks, hitch routes, curl routes, anything that's going to come back where the receiver comes back to the ball, it's going to be really, really good as far as beating matches or man-to-man situations. The next thing that's going to beat man-to-man specifically is going to be the slant route. The slant route is going to work really well, but you want to make sure that he has good release and good speed. If he has good release and good speed, he's going to cook in a man-to-man situation. Okay? Also, what works in man-to-man is the wheel route. If you don't know by now, the wheel route is absolutely incredible. It will get in those areas, and you can deep bomb on a wheel route because the guy is trying to match with him, running to the side, and then he has to turn around and run back up, which is really, really hard. So you're going to be able to get those off. In routes work as well. As long as you have a good route runner or a guy with good speed, you're going to be able to run in routes on man-to-man or matches here. And we'll look at another in route that I particularly like. It's out of the PA option here, and we're going to run it against the match. The match, the in routes are going to work really, really well, especially these deep ends are going to be able to cook the match plays because he's going to sit right under the coverage. Even with the match, he's going to come up, run that. It's going to be really easy to run on the insides, on the inside of the field, because they're going to have to match. Even in a man-to-man situation, as long as he has good speed and good route running, he's going to do the exact same thing here. We're going to run it against 2-man under. He just threw a bad pass. Josh Allen, once again, with bad passing out. You gotta love it. But because John Brown has good speed and good route running on his end, when he cuts, he's going to be in position where he's going to be wide open. You can throw that pass. All right, in a man-to-man situation, Very, very easy to throw it. Right? Wide open in the middle of the field. You can make plays like that. Okay, now obviously it's going to vary with the way that the user is going to play it, but that's why I like to attack the outsides and the insides, and that's pretty much what you're gonna do. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Always remember, embrace the hate and hate everybody. Make sure you also check out the rest of the videos. I will be coming out with how to beat the other coverages and what's important in those. So that's going to be it. Thank you.